Okay. Once again, we are live on Instagram and Facebook Live. And here's this spy sitting in front of us. A woman with a black hat that looks like you could be a spy. Huh? Huh? You'd make a good spy. Mm-hmm. You got street savvy. And here she is, Miss Street Savvy, Suzanne Somers.
Thank you. There's so many things I could have said in the spy jokes, but I didn't.
Well, you'll tell me later.
I will.
Yeah.
Pillow talk about Swalwell.
Yeah, I have a great Canadian hockey joke that I can't tell.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You could. Oh, is this good? This is the coffee chocolate gut renew smoothie. I've now become addicted to it this time of the day. It wakes me up.
Mm.
Mmm. Mmm. Isn't that good?
Wow.
Try one at home.
Wow.
Oh my. It's like...
How do you make them?
Well, this is with the ice cubes, banana, gut renew, chocolate, peanut butter, almond milk, coconut milk, and...
I think the coffee one doesn't have the peanut butter in it. It has the frozen banana and the cocoa powder.
So I just gave you that was totally wrong. That's why my eyes were darting all over the place. The liquid is coffee, so we don't need the banana. Excuse me.
Coffee and almond milk and frozen banana is that one. If you're having the mocha whip.
And if you can make the coffee free trade and organic. By the way, free trade, I never really knew what that meant.
What does it mean, Al?
Well, I actually saw some coffee growers in South America, I think in Mexico and one other country in South America, and they pick every single bean one at a time by hand, okay? And they deserve to be paid fairly, and that's what it is, fair trade.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
So that the seller doesn't take advantage of these people.
Correct.
By paying them less money than
Correct.
they deserve. Imagine every single bean in the bag has been picked by hand.
That's actually, you put these words together and you don't think about what it actually
Right.
depicts.
Right.
And that is very nice thing to do. People need to be paid well for what they do.
Well, especially since we're enjoying the fruits of their labor. Actually, they're not fruits. What is coffee?
It's a bean.
It's a bean. I knew that. I was just testing.
But also a lot of people don't realize how many pesticides and chemicals are sprayed onto coffee beans, which is why Alan is reminding you if you can swing it, it really makes a difference to choose organic for your coffee.
You know, Dr. Gonzalez, who I interviewed for several of my books, he's the well-known cancer doctor who doesn't prescribe any drugs. He's had great success until they murdered him using coffee enemas, but he stressed that it was very, very important in his protocol to use organic coffee. And I used to say to him, well, can't you just drink a lot of coffee? And he goes, it doesn't work that way. I said, well, how does it work? And he said, well, coffee goes up, the liver is like a sponge. And when the coffee goes up, as an enema, it like tickles the liver and squeezes the toxins out. And then the next thing you do is you take pancreatic enzymes. And they're like little Pac-Men. And these are his design. Gosh, he was so brilliant. I learned so much from it. So the enzymes then eat debris. Cancer is debris and toxins are debris. So the coffee enema flushes the toxins into the bloodstream. The enzymes come along and eat them all up and spit them out into your urine, and you pee them in the toilet. What a nice way to get rid of them.
Wow.
Yeah. But he's gone, you know. He had such a good idea.
But after he passed, his widow published the book he was going to publish. I think 126 case studies of his patients.
Stage 4.
Who at stage 4, who had been alive at least 10 years, including pancreatic. I've never heard of that. Pancreatic is usually, a couple of years.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
He never felt that any cancer was a death sentence. He had the best attitude. I think one of the reasons I love writing my books is like I get to learn with the greatest of all teachers. And he was one of the great teachers. He stayed with us in Palm Springs. I remember he lives in New York City. And we went out walking, remember, in the Indian reservation? And he stopped us and he said, listen to the silence.
Yeah.
And you take silence for granted. And his silence was so incredible that day. All right, this is a hair show.
So.
It's a coconut show.
Cocoa nut. Okay? And it's 25% off site-wide. And the promo code is COCO25.
And 2 of the items are items that you specifically asked for, and that is the salon-sized shampoo and the salon-sized, can you hold that up?
Certainly.
Brand new, just launching today.
Salon-sized, yeah. So you asked for it, you get it.
Customer request.
It's really heavy. Oh gosh, yeah. This is 16 ounces.
This one weighs about 45 pounds. Almost.
That's Al lying.
This is the coconut sweet almond, guys, the volumizing shampoo and conditioner. So it is a better value to buy it in this salon size. So many of you use this product over and over again. So if this sells well, we'll do it in the other scents as well.
I used it today.
And I used it today.
Yeah. We can smell each other's hair tonight. Now the other thing we have is the body butter in cocoa mango. The body butter, is it up there at the top of some of our top items? Body butter. Oh, wow, it's so great.
Love body butter. You can rub it on any part of your body.
It smells so good.
And if you have a significant other, you can rub it on any part of their body too.
Yeah? And where
Yeah.
would that be, Al?
That's why we call it, where would it be?
Yeah.
It depends on the relationship, doesn't it? Yeah.
It smells like a vacation.
That's a great description.
Yeah.
It
Smell my
really does.
hands, Al.
Okay.
It smells just like vacation.
Smell your hands.
Come here, baby.
Okay, you know what? I'll come behind you. You can just put your hands up and I'll smell them.
Where are we, Eleuthera?
Mmm. Her hands smell good enough to eat. Yeah.
Well,
You look beautiful tonight.
yes, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I saw your shirt and I thought, I think I'll pull out a shirt with a little touch of orange.
Yeah. Well,
He
here we are.
designed his shirt and he did the doodles. Those are his doodles. This
right.
is Alan's brain.
And then I gave my doodles to daughter Leslie, and Leslie took my doodles, and whatever she did, she wound up making a whole bunch of shirts.
Well, you should go in the doodle.
The dirtle.
Give me your hand. The doodle shirt business. Everybody who sees him in these shirts, men and women,
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I wish I had them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I can make some for you.
No, I'd rather have a business.
Well, if I made them for you, it would be a business.
Yeah. The other thing we have today is the scrub, the coconut sea salt scrub. And this is kind of great. It's best to take a shower. My hands are so slippery now. You want to open that? Take a shower with the one you love and have them rub your back. Oh. And put it on dry skin. You know,
It
rub
doesn't
it
have
on.
to be the one you love.
Well,
it
the
could
one you
be-
love at the moment.
It could be the one you like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so great. Let's do this tonight.
Okay.
I love that scrub because using the sea salt as the exfoliant in it, it just has such a nice feel on your skin, and then it's got that beautiful coconut oil in it, so when you rinse it off, your skin is all soft and smooth, and ooh, it feels nice.
And when you rub it on dry skin, which is how I like to do it, and then when you rinse it off, wow, it's a magnificent feeling. Then we have the coconut lip balm. With all my slippery hands, can you do that one?
Certainly.
Oh yeah. This is a great little thing to have in your purse. And I use this. See, you only have to use it once during the day. I use it more than that because I just like the feeling of it. But because there's no petroleum in it like that other lip balm that you buy at the supermarket, it doesn't dry out your skin. The petroleum is designed to dry out your skin. Now, the other thing, and then this is got to be the favorite, the Coconut Moisture Serum. This has virgin organic coconut oil, coconut-derived medium-chain triglycerides, very good for you, safflower seed oil, broccoli seed oil, argan oil, meadowfoam seed oil, raspberry seed oil, nigella seed oil, and sea buckthorn berry. This is all-purpose. Other than you could cook with it, I guess. I wouldn't. Kind of expensive. I never do. But it's so great for your what you have left over to put on your hair, on your skin. Out here in the desert where it's so dry, it's so wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience, and so good for you. That's what you smell like to me, that coconut oil, when you get into bed.
Well, that's because every night, after I take a shower, wash my face, or shave. Oh, that's new. I put on the Manuka Honey Moisturizer, and then after about 10 minutes, I put on the coconut oil. And do I ever smell good?
And look good.
And look
You
good.
get into
It's
bed.
a beautiful facial oil.
Yeah.
It is, and he has such beautiful skin. Come over here, show them your skin. Yeah, you have to look at his beautiful skin. It is. First time I met him, I thought, I've never known anyone with skin like this.
Wow.
Look at that skin.
I've never thought about my skin.
You haven't?
No.
You know, you always take what you have for granted.
Yeah.
Well, you do not take your skin for granted. It's
Thank you.
beautiful. And look at your children. Leslie and Stephen have such beautiful skin.
Wonder how they got that.
Probably you.
Yeah. Other their mother.
And their mother, too.
Yeah.
She had beautiful skin also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have beautiful skin.
I have other traits. We Irish are not known for our skin. We get freckles and things like that.
But freckles
it's
are cute.
It's cute, yeah.
They're cute. Doris Day had freckles.
Right, and she was my favorite growing up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Was she Irish?
I never asked Doris.
That
I never.
Day. Is Day an Irish name?
You know. Yeah,
Let me check.
kind of. I only met her once. Do you remember where I met her?
Yes, I do. We were up at Carmel,
Yeah.
and she and Clint Eastwood were having a party or something. It was a benefit, and Les Brown and his band of renown was there, and there were a whole bunch of wonderful people, and it was for animals, I remember, and we love animals, and so we attended, and then they asked Doris to sing, and she wasn't ready to sing. So guess who got up to sing with Les Brown and his band in renown?
I thought I'm not going to miss an opportunity to sing.
Okay. And you sang
Her
in the
charts,
same key.
Same key, her charts, Les Brown. And when I came off the stage, we looked at each other and she went,
Yeah, Les Brown, thought you'd be great for his 11th wife. I don't know how many wives he's had.
He was flirty, wasn't he?
Maybe he's only been married once, I don't know. But he sure had eyes for you. Yeah, he wanted to go on the road with you.
Without you.
Yeah, hey, Suzanne, it'd be great. Huh? Oh, yeah. I'll stay home and feed the cat.
Actually, I've seen, I worked with Les Brown at something else.
Yes, we
And-
worked with him at the place on Sunset.
Yeah.
And actually, I think Capitol Records recorded it, or one of the big record companies.
It's on YouTube. You can look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, and it was, what's that place called? Not the Emporium or the Proscenium, but something like that. It's a famous Hollywood place.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and there you were.
Yeah, there I was.
Yeah. And
And by the way, all of you, have one of these a day. There are so many recipes in the Gut Renew guide, and they're so great, all of it. You can make up anything you want. You can tell by the way I was giving you the recipe, I was kind of pulling stuff out of my head, but any combination works. And what a great way to start your day and get all your vitamins in, or what a great way to wind down at the end of the day. It like gives you that energy.
so Dave Palin said, Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, Goldie Hawn, she was your sister.
Oh,
Remember Goldie on that show? She was great.
that's a great compliment. Thank you. I love her. She lives here where we live. I've never seen her here, but she lives here.
Yeah. We don't see anybody here.
No, just you and me and the cat.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's okay. It's always you and me and the cat.
I like our cat.
Except for Friday. Friday, you're getting 2 visitors,
Ooh.
Leslie and Caroline.
Oh, I didn't know. Are we doing a clothes show?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, I'm
We have a new top coming on Friday.
Oh, right. I totally forgot. Oh, right. That great top. I forgot. Oh, good.
The breezy flutter top launches on Friday.
Oh, that's so great. I love it. I probably did 19 fittings of that.
I think it's Friday. Wait, maybe I have that wrong.
You could be
Friday
right.
after. Anyway, it's coming up. So pretty soon. Oh, it's Thursday because you guys have an event on Friday. So the show this week is Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing?
Well, I so appreciate that you zipped my boots on,
Yeah.
but you didn't, the zipper comes up and it has to be flattened so that when you pull the zipper up, the 2 seams don't dig into your skin.
Oh.
And this was bugging me.
Well, let me zip it up here.
Oh,
How's that?
wonderful,
Huh?
wonderful. You can't imagine the things he does for me every day.
You know, I rarely zip up. I like zipping down. I've had a lot of experience with that. Some of them not so happy,
I was always happy.
I know, from
You're the guy for me.
the moments.
Yeah, you are the guy for
Yep.
me.
That was it. Boing, boing.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
Bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Well, your granddaughter Violet is in the air as we speak.
I told her, I was texting her a lot yesterday and today. I said, I'll think of you when you're up in the air. She went up at 3?
Yes.
What an adventure, though. And brave. It's brave to go to another whole country all by yourself.
So here's
You know, I
a
think like when you've done it for college, it becomes,
Probably.
yeah, you know. For
so
us, it was brave at that age.
so Sarah Dukeson said, this is interesting. I wish I knew Alan Hamill, Canadian entertainer, before he was a Canadian entertainer. What do you
Right.
think that means?
You mean like little Al?
I guess.
Huh.
Huh.
Well, I understand that.
You do?
You're so great.
Well,
And-
thank you. I appreciate that. But
You are.
you're sort of trapped with me.
I'm hardly trapped.
Yeah. Here we are. Frickin' Frack, the Gold Dust Twins. God, this.
The Gold Dust Twins, that's a new one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think that weren't they?
Keep bringing that gold dust, Al.
Was that the Gold Dust Twins? Yeah, Caroline, would you would you look that up for us?
Sure.
The gold, yeah. I think that was a cigarette company or something, right? Or a soup company
Really?
in the old days. The gold, yeah. Frickin'
Gold Dust
frack.
Pizza, Gold Dust Woman, Gold Dust Woman Lyrics, Twins. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Oh, I had to go back to 1892, Alan.
Well, I remember it well.
1892, the Gold Dust Twins. Are you that old?
Yes, I've been
Not?
I've been reincarnated 3 times. So who were the
Want to know
gold?
how stupid I am? Know what I was going to say? Isn't that when Christopher Columbus came over?
So what do they say
Gold
about the
Dust
Gold Dust
Twins
Twins? Who were the Gold
Goldie
Dust
and
Twins?
Dusty.
Who?
Goldie and Dusty were the faces of Fairbanks' Gold Dust Washing Powder product lines. It was before, I guess it was like, so all-purpose cleaner. It was washing powder.
You know, one of my favorite things to do as a little boy was to help my mother do all the wash, because she was doing the wash for 17 people. And our washing machine...
She cooked for them and washed for
Oh,
them.
yeah. And our
Ironed?
washing machine
Ironed?
didn't have a dryer.
Oh,
it had a
gosh.
thing by hand. You ground this thing between 2 rollers to squeeze out the water, and then you hung everything outside on a clothesline. Didn't everybody do that?
We had a clothesline.
There you go. And you know what? Clothes that have dried outside, especially in the sun,
Nice. It's nice.
they smell great.
Yeah.
And they're better for you.
Yeah, yeah, they don't have that,
They get vitamin D.
yeah, and all that.
All of our friends are saying that that was probably the last time they had organic ingredients in any kind of a soap or detergent. So now you fast forward, see, Suzanne doesn't use any of that. She doesn't use any pegs or parabens or any phthalates in her shampoo. It's all coconut cleansers.
Or in the hand wash or the body wash.
You know, I don't use any of those things, and I think it only makes sense, doesn't it? You're washing your hair with shampoo that has nothing bad in it, nothing bad, only stuff that's good for you, squalene and wonderful things, cocoa butter, cleansers. Your scalp has to react better. You're not taking in through your pores chemicals and things that can throw your balance off. I think our line of organic products are the best that are out there. It's my opinion. Nobody's given me a grade on it or anything, but I love it. I just love it. And I love the whole idea behind it, because it's right. Every once in a while I get chocolate stuck in my throat, or coffee or something. It stays right in line with our brand.
You know, a lot of people are telling us that they had clotheslines. We all had clotheslines. You know, one of my favorite things to do also was to take the rugs outside and hang them on the clothesline. And my mother had a carpet beater.
Oh, yeah.
And I would take that carpet beater and beat the crap out of those. It was a way to get rid of...
What a great way to get rid of dust and
Oh, yeah.
house stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I didn't have any toys, so
Oh.
beating carpets was
You
sort
didn't
of...
have any toys, did you?
No toy. Oh, I had one of the boarders made me what he called an elephant, and it was a block of wood about 1 foot long and 1 foot high, and it had 2 leather things that were the ears, and then it had another leather thing that was the trunk, and then it had 4 wheels. So I could sit on it, and using my legs, I could move it around
And
the
you'd
kitchen.
hold on to the so-called ears?
No, I didn't have, there was nothing to hang on to.
Oh.
Didn't have to hang on to. It wasn't going that fast. That was my only toy.
That's how I got my hairdo for Three's Company.
That's
Walking
right.
by that outdoor cafe on Sunset Boulevard,
Yep.
and there was this Afghan dog. And I looked at the dog and I thought, because I had been thinking about what kind of hair should Chrissy Snow have? Not a lot of hair. I looked at the dog with these 2 floppy ears coming down, and I thought, That's good. And it had hair all in its face. That's how I got my hairdo.
I wonder what the dog thought watching you on Three's Company.
Hey, that's my hairdo.
You know,
Hey, you guys, if you're someone who's been looking at the salon size and asking us for the salon size on Suzanne's shampoo and conditioner, the 8-ounce size is, the retail price is $34.99. The 16-ounce size, so we doubled the size, is the retail is $49.99, which, you know, 2 of the 8-ounce sizes would be $70. So it's marked down to $50, and then you get another 25% off with Cocoa 25.
I'm confused. So what does that make it
$38.50
for one?
for one, but it's double the size.
Yeah. That was hard to follow mathematically for me. But it's a
You
good
know,
deal.
It's not your thing.
It's a
but
good deal.
It is a big discount to get the larger size. Don't
Oh,
forget your
this is a
promo
really
code,
great
Cocoa
selection
25.
today. The 2 large size shampoo and conditioner, the sugar scrub, the body butter, the coconut moisture serum, the lip gloss, and I think that's all. That's great stuff. It's so great, I sometimes forget to talk about it with you. And then I go, oh, right, I didn't mention that. Boy, did Gloria love that pink hat the other day, didn't she? She slept on it.
yeah, right.
All she tried to do was get in it.
This is one of my favorites right here.
And it's one of my favorites on you.
It's got coconut oil. It's got raspberry seed oil.
Broccoli.
It's got broccoli seed oil.
Argan.
It has argan from Morocco.
Meadow foam,
That's right. What
raspberry
else?
seed, nigella seed, sea buckthorn berry, safflower seed.
You know, every time you mention the word Nigella,
I know, you think of that sexy cook.
that's right. I wonder if her mother named her Nigella because of Nigella. Where does Nigella come from?
I don't know, she's very,
Caroline, could you look that?
she's a great looking woman.
Yep.
She's not by any means heavy or anything, but she's Zoftic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, right, act surprised. Men love women cooking with big boobs.
Yep.
When you stir the pot, there's just more to look at, right?
Well, when they stir the pot, you're not looking at the pot.
No.
No, you're not.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter, does it?
It
As
doesn't.
long as what comes out, the back end of the pot is going to be wonderful to eat. That's all.
Nigella means champion.
Well, there you go. In what language?
Champion or black, female form of the name Nigel. Oh, so it's feminine of Nigel.
Or it's not? No, Nigel is a male name.
Yeah, that's
So what I just said, it's the female form of the name Nigel.
Nigel.
I knew that. I was just testing. Yeah.
But it also means black.
Huh. Interesting. You mean
Yeah.
the color black could be? You could say it's Nigel or Nigella.
It just means black. The base of it means, it says, the name Nigella is a girl's name meaning black.
Huh.
That's the Latin, the botanical name. Feminine variation of Nigel.
You know,
Botanical name from Latin for black.
I studied Latin for 5 years in high school, and the only
I guess
word,
it didn't stick.
no, the only word I remember is puella.
Oh, her dad is Nigel Lawson.
Well, there you go. So she was named after Daddy.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of cute.
What's her father's name?
Nigel.
No, do we know him? Is he like a famous guy?
Nigel Lawson is his name.
Oh, we don't know him.
Did you know that
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John's grandfather was a Nobel Prize winning
Physicist.
physicist?
Yeah, Hitler, cut him off in the 30s because he was Jewish. So he immigrated to England, and then I think he came to the States, and he was a great physicist, a great professor, and he won a Nobel Prize in physics. Amazing.
He must have been so proud of Olivia.
Yeah, she must have been so proud of him.
Yeah. Yes.
I have a comment from a friend named Cindy Kuntz that I'd like to read. She said, I realize you can't make medical claims, but my husband started using the body cleanser, lotion, shampoo, and hand soap, and the skin condition he has had after many years cleared up, and he's suffered with it for years. The products you make are truly amazing, and I appreciate them all. Thank you.
What a wonderful
Wow.
comment.
Wow.
And doesn't it make sense? He was allergic to all the chemicals.
He's probably allergic to sodium lauryl sulfate. Which
Yeah,
is the most,
yeah. Wow, that's a great comment. Thank you very, very much. And I'm glad you made that comment.
You know, I don't know why, but it reminded me of a situation that happened with us a few years ago with a very close friend. I won't mention his name. He's famous. But he had cancer. And he had a skin issue with the cancer. And you had talked with Dr. Gonzalez about it. And Dr. Gonzalez said, I'll bet he doesn't eat meat.
Right.
And it turned out he was a vegan or vegetarian. And Dr. Gonzalez said, have him start eating meat. And guess what? It cleared up.
That's true.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think we need meat. That's
Well-
why animals were put on the face of the earth.
It's been so
It
demonized.
depends on the person. I mean, I know I do, but for some people, like I'm not so, I kind of wither if I don't have
Me too.
a certain amount of protein. But I know other people who do really well with vegetables, so I think
But-
it's individual.
But they don't live as long.
Accord-
A lot of studies say people live longer, and other studies say people they don't. I mean, you can find a study to back up pretty much everything you want to prove.
According to Dr. Gonzalez, who he said he said people who don't eat meat don't live as long, and he said it was science. So he's usually right, but not infallible. But it made me feel good about eating meat.
I'll bet you can't sit here and just stare into the camera for 1 minute without talking. Because I know you. And whenever there's dead air, you have to start talking, don't you? I love you for that. Okay? Because if we're with people and I'm bored and I don't feel like participating,
I'll pick up the slack for
I know
you.
you jump right in.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
You know, I was part of a cast doing a show that was very much like the Saturday Night Live, but it was, I think, 12 years before that. And the network in Canada hated us, and they wouldn't promote it, and they hoped that we would die. But the show had huge ratings. We outrated Johnny Carson,
Did you?
which was huge.
Wow.
And they wouldn't take ratings on the show either. So we decided to do our own ratings. And here's what we did.
What'd you do?
I would say to our audience, okay, I'm going to sit here for 2 minutes and not say a word. And I want you to run all around your house, turn on all the taps, and flush all the toilets. And then come back here in 2 minutes, okay? And then the following week, we actually had the results from the water company. And it showed how many people, or what percentage of the people, suddenly were watching our show. Because the water use at 11:30 at night plummeted.
They could decipher that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. The
You're a
water
mischievous one, aren't you?
Pardon?
You're a mischievous one, aren't you?
No, that wasn't mischievous. It was like, how do we find out who's watching?
So
Yeah,
this
we-
drought is all your fault.
That's it. Actually, if you live in Canada, there's no such thing as a drought because it rains and rains and
We've got enough
rains.
here to go around, right?
And there are lakes. There's Lake Ontario and Lake Superior, Lake St. Clair, and blah, blah. There's so many lakes and rivers and rain that there's usually too much water. So that's not an issue. But you know, in Palm Springs, whenever there's a drought, there's no drought here. There's like 150 golf courses, and the sprinklers are
I know,
going
all the
day
time.
and night. Why? Because under Palm Springs, is an aquifer. That's why they call it Palm Springs. And they say there's enough water to last us for the next 200 years.
Well,
Of course, you know what? You can't believe actuaries because they predict things, and they're usually dead by the time you say, "Well, you told me if I put my money away when I was 65, I'd be." No, it doesn't work that way. Anyway, we don't have a drought in Palm
No.
Springs, but we're also very careful about using water.
I'm very careful. When I'm
Yeah.
washing my face and I turn the water on, the moment it's hot, I get the washcloth hot, I turn the water off, and then do this.
But also,
Think of all the water you waste.
No, I don't. I just planted 17 fruit trees and nut trees, and I put in an underground irrigation system so that the water goes directly to the roots rather than sprinkling on top and having it evaporate and using a lot more water than the plant actually would get. And I feel good about that.
I do flush the toilet every time, though.
I don't.
I do.
Because we had, in LA, there was a mayor, I can't remember which mayor it was, and during a drought he said, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. You know what? We all did that. Yeah, it's true.
Are you talking about substance? Or, because like some urine is very light.
What?
Well, I noticed when you and I,
Are we going to talk about the color of urine?
I noticed
are
when
we
we
gonna
both
get-
gave a
Are
sample.
we going to get a color chart out here?
I noticed we both gave a sample, and I happened to just, that's all I thought was,
What?
Mine was very light.
Yeah.
And yours was very dark.
You
Means
checked?
You're more hydrated.
Hold it. You checked the color of...
I couldn't help it. There was right in front of me. They hadn't put them in the little box yet. And it said Suzanne, and here it said Alan. I went,
Well, we've just reached a new level in our relationship, okay? I thought by this time we had explored every possible
Yep.
little corner
So
of
I'm more hydrated.
You're more what?
Hydrated.
Really?
Hey, you guys, Michael Donovan is on. He was one of your dancers from the Vegas days.
Oh, Michael
He
Donovan.
said hello.
Hi, Michael.
Moulin Rouge dancer from the Hilton.
We had such fun. I
You
loved,
look fabulous.
thank you. I loved starring in the Moulin Rouge. I loved walking down the stairs, and Michael was one of them in white tuxedos with tails and white top hats, and they all had their hands out while I sang "I Love Paris" in the springtime. And then when we reached the bottom, we'd all go into a dance.
So Barbara Rose said, "Hi, Suzanne. I watched a clip of you on Johnny Carson, and you were singing a song from a play. The name escapes me. That was Guys and Dolls, right?
Yeah. Well, that was such a phenomenal thing. I watched it recently on YouTube because, and I wish I had told Johnny that story that night. It didn't dawn on me, but when I got Three's Company, I've told you this, I was kind of feeling embarrassed that I hadn't really been trained, but I'm a really good learner and quick learner. And I said, I didn't study with a drama teacher, but I got the lead in Guys and Dolls in high school, and the room went silent. Well, it was that piece, Take Back Your Mink, and doing that Take Back Your Mink in high school got me my scholarship to college. I only went to college for a month because I got pregnant, but when I did it on the Carson show, I didn't think until I saw it recently on YouTube, what a journey from high school, always dreaming of being in show business, but never imagining that I would. I guess deep down I imagined it. And that I would get the part on Three's Company because of Guys and Dolls, and then a major appearance on Johnny Carson, where he gave me, they're called slugs. I had 2 or 3 slugs. It was really cool.
Actually, it was a great show. You should pull that up, folks. It was very entertaining.
Yeah. Well, we liked each other so much.
Yeah.
In the
Well-
best way. He never came on to me.
Well, once he did.
Yeah, but that was
Once he did.
years later. You forget nothing.
I forget nothing, okay? Once he did. I think it was sort of an exploratory little
Is that what it
comment.
was?
Yeah, I think so.
Whatever he
Because
said to me, he said, you look like, and then he said what I look like.
effing cream.
And,
And I think he saw me out of the corner of his eye
and
standing.
I said, huh.
Gave him the old Chrissy. Huh.
Yeah. She comes in handy.
Wow. Well, I think it's time to say goodbye today.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And we're going out for dinner tonight. And you know what we're having? A steak.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, aren't you?
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't had a great steak in a long time. So just before we go,
Okay.
okay? Here's the deal, 25% off site-wide, promo code COCO25.
Salon-sized
There it
shampoo
is.
and conditioner, both 16 ounces. The body butter, the coconut sea salt scrub, the when I want to give somebody a gift that is just that will send them to the moon, I give them this, the
So-
coconut serum oil,
So is my urine that color or lighter or darker?
darker.
Darker than that. Huh.
Yeah, mine is sort of this color, which is sort of lovely, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
I drink more water because I take probably more vitamins than anybody I know. I'm the vitamin lady.
That's true.
Anyway, I love talking to you, and we will see you again on Wednesday. Okay?
So long for a while.
It's not who you are. It's not what you do. It's not what you have. It's only about who you love and who loves you. And I love you. Thank you.